do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Right there. Let's go one more. Hey, check 24. Check. Lee Griffin.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. His fifth touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. First carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Take me up. Here we go. Half. 56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is caught by Watkins.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Under 10. Hey, exit.
Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Protein spill. Hey, hold. Hey, tight.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hey, Mike, 15-19. Man, that's track. That's track. Check, 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 check. Check safety, check safety. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert! Is that? Go, go, run.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards and the first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Off play action. Stevens. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Godwin, 76 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 30. To throw again. Allen. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 25. Check 25. Check 20. Middle. SOS. Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Watch the whip. Kill.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Check right. 52. 56. Tighten up.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
218, jump. He's checking crap. Jim. Check 31.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got Watkins on the out route. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Kill. Watch twist. Watch.
Ready. On 1st and 10, Stevens. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Stevens. That'll be caught by Rice. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. Off the draw, here's Michel. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bills' 8-yard line.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
On 2nd down, Michel. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Check 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Looking to throw. Stevens. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, New England. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready, set. 58, come on. Right here, right here.
2nd and 3. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
From the gun, Stevens. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Down Michelle. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They're running it. It's Michelle. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from. Let's go now. 50, plant. Here we go. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To the air, Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On third down, Harrison. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen will try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To throw, it's Allen. And this is caught by Watkins. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bills.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harrison. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 11.
Let's go, baby.
Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Back to throw. Stevens. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
To throw again. Stevens. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
Throwing again. Stevens being chased out left. Throw left side, completion to Rice. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Stevens. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 3rd down, Harrison. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Now Allen. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw is incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
High 7. Let's go.
From the gun, Stevens. Open man has got it. It's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
General West. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Take 4. Take 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stevens. Going to throw right side here. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. You remember Rick? Let's go, baby. Get it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
On the ready.
58. 58 for Mike. Tackles. Tackle.
On 1st down, Stevens. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Stevens. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go. Go. Hustle.
The pressure drops. They'll look to throw. Man open, Rice. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 22.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set. Ready. 30 base.
Here we go. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Fire.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Here comes the ball.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Stevens. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Wide, get wide. Go. Hit it.
On fourth down, Stevens. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 58 right there. Watch twist. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Go.
From the gun on third down, Stevens. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Check 99. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Watch out. Get it. Watch the shoot.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to convert on fourth to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
80 weapons. Ready.
2nd and 2. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Stevens. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Check safety. Check 3. Motion.
On first down, it's Harrison. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
56. My God.
On 2nd and 12, Allen finding Knox there, complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 83 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on first down. Stevens. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, tight.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing to start the drive. Stevens. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Let's go. Shoot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel, and it'll bring up third down.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Stevens. He wants it all for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harrison. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 48 yards as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that's Try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two. They'll run for it with Michelle. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And the Bills are going to recover. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They come out here in the eye. This offense once trailed by 2 touchdowns. Now they've got a chance to take the lead. First and goal. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went back.
Age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bills, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New England, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.